My Ayurvedic qualification is from Pune University, India, which is a absolutely well recognized Ayurvedic institute, Tilak Ayurved Mahavidyalaya, which is one of the best Ayurvedic institute, I will say. That time when we studied 82 to 89, it was very prestigious that if you get admission in Tilak Ayurveda Vidyalaya, which is in Pune, and the complete study of Ayurvedic doctorate, which we call it today as a doctor, is 6.5 years course. So after intermediate, you have to enter into get qualification. You get lots of marks, percentage, what you call here the credits, to get the admission into those particular institutes. And then when you are getting the entry, then you need to keep that 6.5 years dedicated continuation of studies to call yourself as a Ayurvedic doctor. Yeah, so it basically covers up everything like anatomy, physiology, clinical experiences, every different department, whether it is ENT, gynecology, every department. So they have a hospitals attached to the college where we get actually hands-on practical training. In India, when you qualify Ayurvedic doctor, you can practice allopathy and Ayurveda. So in my situation, I'll tell you how I gained my experience. I not only studied BAMS properly 6.5 years, along with BAMS, I was assisting every different particular hospital, doctors as an assistant doctor, and that was my first job. So getting pocket money, working under gynecologist, pediatrician, or working under skin specialist, going into ICCUs, just helping any smallest job they give and you take. So while doing that small jobs along with 6.5 years qualification, you get practical experiences. So when I was actually, I had a very good opportunity with Dr. Anirudh, whose clinic I used to open, clean, and be ready to assist him when the patients are coming. So that was when I was just 18 years old. And he was a medical department dean in the Pune Sassoon Hospital. So it happened very organically that he really started teaching me while seeing the patients. Then he started calling us to the hospitals when he was actually doing the clinicals in the Sassoon Hospital. So going in the Sassoon Hospital and getting hands-on experiences with those different OPD patients was like a very big thing. And I used to feel so happy that he used to give us opportunity to study along with the other MBBS students. And it happened not only 1 year, continuously further 4.5 years when I was studying Ayurveda. I used to go and assist him and go into his hospital where he was teaching and see the clinical patients. So that gave us very good practical experience. It's not like in foreign countries where Ayurveda people do it like a lifestyle courses. They don't get personal experiences to see actual patients. That was the experiences. So when I qualified as a BAMS doctor, I was well equipped here in every department, whether it is orthopedic or whether it is skin departments. So then when I decided, I really enjoyed working under fertility doctors, gynecologists, and because they used to pay nice amount, and then we used to stay in the hospital as a residential doctors. So when nighttime patients are coming, we used to do everything what is required in doctor's absence, because we were qualified as a BMS doctors. And then eventually to gain more experience, I worked in ICCU when I came back after qualification to Mumbai. So in Bombay, I worked in ICCU as an ICCU residential officers. So is intensive cardiac care unit. So we used to get lots of experiences with like serious patients and how to manage in that situations. So I worked almost for 89 to 93, 94 during my family pregnancies, and also I used to get the jobs working under them. So that was my very good experience working with the cardiologist and ICCU in Mumbai. When I started my own practice in 1995, I was like a full-on Yeah, so when we open as a dispensary there, you get various different variety of patients. So whether patient want allopathy, patient want Ayurveda, you can diagnose, you can treat the way they want, and accordingly we kept on our practice in our own clinic, and that was 95 to 2002 until I migrated to New Zealand. So initially started teaching at Velpa College, then head of faculty, then started looking creating various different courses up to diploma level. So we started because did tertiary teaching, because in New Zealand you need to get the tertiary teaching qualification, which I did, and that way I could create a courses up to diploma, various different modules I changed, modified, and then we were teaching at Velpa College. Along with Velpa College teaching, I started radio programs, health tips on the radio programs in Indian community. That boom worked so well that my Indian community started flowing as a patients, and then eventually I shifted from teaching back to my private consultations. So what happens, when you are treating patients, each patient comes back with the results. So when you are treating patients, you know which areas you are getting maximum results. So organically, automatically, it started happening that more and more patients was getting results in fertility. And fertility is such an area where if somebody gets results, they keep on word of mouth. So one patient gone, and I used to always say, don't give me any return gifts, because when the patients get good results, they always bombard you with lots of gifts and happiness. I used to say, my gift will be you need to send me at least 10 patients. So there are many patients, those they need help. So when you are giving them the word of mouth, you are helping them, and they are coming back, and then again that cycle kept on going. So till today, I'm sitting in San Francisco since last 3 years. Till today, non-stop word of mouth. My biggest patient is now, he is almost 19-20 years old. He is in London. He is 6 feet 2 inch tall Sardar. I feel so proud when the parents send me pictures that he is in the university, he is doing so well. My heart gets full on, like yesterday I received the text from one of the patient. She said, Dr. Priya, because she just randomly texted me because I was treating her sister. Her sister is in Perth. So she just texted me early morning when I woke up. She said, Dr. Priya, I just want to say thank you. I got 3 girls, 3 kids because of you. I said, not because of me. I helped you. I guided you in the first, I think the first child was very difficult to conceive, and automatically other two, So it was easy, and we feel really happy when you open the mobile in the morning and such a beautiful text comes. So that's the way, after so many years, she stays in Matamata. So after so many years, she remembered and she referred her sister who was in Perth. So how it gets, the web, it's a web network. So after COVID, I realized that patients are happy to come online only, and I eventually wanted to, because 35 years is a long time. When you are continuously working, something you need to change. Family needs you. So you have to modify this thing. Then I decided that, okay, let me do online only. And touch with God's grace, 22 years of service to the New Zealand has helped. The patients are happy, and I give online only to Canada, USA, Australia, Sydney, in Australia, like up to Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, all over the patients are, always happy to. And it's easy when you're doing online. Now the technology and the system, it's only I can't do pulse diagnosis. That is the one thing I'm missing. But I think today many investigations and everything is possible, as long as I'm able to do the diagnosis, because my way of diagnosis, my way of Ayurveda, I always used to say medical Ayurveda. I'm not a traditional Baba, any particular, yeah. So my way of practice is always a medical Ayurveda. So I respect. And the treatment part is 100% herbal Ayurveda, diet and lifestyle.